Oh, baby, we are here. Eastside Hockey Manager, I love this game. We are going to try to bring a team that hasn't won the Stanley Cup in a long, long time. They seem to be the laughing stock of the league. We are going to attempt to bring them a Stanley Cup through a pure simulation game. I'm just really excited. Let's get into it. So we are doing a new career mode. We're using the latest rosters, the final release of this year's rosters. Very, very, very excited. So as this loads up, be very, very quick. Beautiful. So there is a lot of leagues. A lot of leagues. And our goal is to just stay in the NHL. We won't be accessing any other leagues. They will still be in the game. They will just be kind of hidden. That does save on, loading times and everything like that. And like I said, we're not leaving the league we're in. Although I love to see a Spanish league in there. My name is Rico, as as you can see from the channel name. I am Spanish and I am Portuguese, so it is really nice to see a Spanish league in here. But the most important one we need on is the National Hockey League. This is the league we are going to be in because the team we are going to be, well, is in the National Hockey League. So let's go through some of the stuff here. The database will stay normal. That's fine there. We are not going to have Fog of War available. We want to take Fog of War off. Um, from what I've noticed, Fog of War doesn't really make the game any more fun, if I'm being honest. So let's keep that off. That's kind of whatever. Disable starting financial adjustments. That's all fine. We don't need to add any key staff or anything else really. Let's see here. No. Let's see here. So the starting database will retain approximately 36,000 players, 8,000 non-playing staff, and 7,000 teams. Extra 10,000 players and 2,000 non-playing staff will be generated. Honestly, I think that's fine. Yeah, like that's not going to be a big deal. Plus, that'll save with loading times as well. We don't want all these crazy loading times or anything like that. So it's going to check. It's going to make sure everything is good, and we are going to get right into this game. Our goal is to make the Toronto Maple Leafs a dynasty. It's something my dad has wanted, well, since he's been watching hockey. So we are going to see if we can accomplish this goal. The Leafs have such a storied franchise. It's just unfortunate that over the years, they've almost been there and they haven't been able to do it. And it isn't to blame the GM too much, but sometimes it is. Can I do better? I'd like to think so. We are putting a tiny bit of a restriction on ourselves. We won't be able to adjust any training methods. We won't be able to adjust anything that the coaches do. We can't set personal things. We can't do any of that stuff. So let's see here. We are going to the NHL. We are just gonna go with Rico. Let's see if we can just put like a dot, I guess. Let's put. We gotta put our actual thing. Oh, let's see here. North America, Canada, other nationalities. Can we even do other national? I mean, I guess technically. Europe. Let's see. More. We got Spain. We got Portugal. I can't do all of them. That's kind of sad. All right, I'll just put Portugal. Date of birth doesn't matter too much, but we'll just put the actual one. Again, I don't think it matters too much, but there it goes. Past experience, we are going to do just rec player. I have played floor hockey in my life, so technically that counts. So this database actually has the Seattle Kraken in the game, which I think is really cool. Not a great team to start off, but it is what it is. The Toronto Maple Leafs. So this is the team we were going with. This is a team that I'm hoping to, well, win with. We don't have everyone forever, so the goal is to win the cup, honestly, also make this a franchise, a make this a dynasty. I'm not sure how many seasons we're going to play. You could technically play this forever. This will always keep going. I would say maybe, hmm, I don't know. I'm not sure how much we're gonna play, to be honest with you. I guess it all depends on if people are liking it and enjoying it. We'll continue it, and we'll just see how it goes from there. But the Toronto Maple Leafs is the team we want. So we have the Marlies and the Newfoundland Growlers as our affiliates. We will take control of Toronto. Beautiful. So we come up as Rico R. Fans indifferent at the point of Rico. Okay. Toronto Maple Leafs hired. Oh, let's see here. Welcome to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Founded in 1917, we play our home games at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario. Toronto play in the Atlantic Division of the National Hockey League. The rivalries with Ottawa, Montreal, and Buffalo are passionate and storied. Yes, they are. I've been to many of those games. The fans will be expecting us to perform to our high capacity in these games. The team has a fine past with 13 Stanley Cups. 1967 saw our most recent success. That is a long time. That is a long time. Despite our successful past, the past few years have been a struggle for the team, and we have won anything for a while. What? That that's misspelled. Okay, whatever. The current head coach for Toronto is Sheldon Keefe. Assistant coach Brandon Pridham is here to assist you in running daily management tasks. Austin Matthews, John Tavery. Okay. So I think it cuts off right here. Yeah, you could see. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. And Morgan Rielly are amongst the best players on the team. Topi, uh, Namela, Miko Kokkonen, and Nicholas Robinson are amongst our highly rated group of prospects and should for the core of the team. Okay, so let's check some of these guys out. So he's 20. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. All right, so it seems to be a lot of defensemen. Nicholas Robertson, it's a left wing. I think he played in the NHL. Yeah, he played a few games the past season. Okay, that is fine. We have farm affiliations with the Marlies and Growlers, where players may be assigned from your roster. You are encouraged to familiarize with yourself with the National Hockey League rules to settle in. I think we're good. The Toronto Maple Leaf directors expect the team to reach the playoffs this season. Well, me too. And here we go. The Toronto Maple Leafs hired Rico as their new general manager to great apathy amongst their fans. They feel the appointment fails to show great ambition, but at the same time feel it could be successful given a chance. I respect that. You know what? I appreciate that. So Michael Bunting. Why is he so good? What? So for those of you who don't know, Eastside Hockey Manager is a fantastic, fantastic game. It's not like EA NHL or anything like that. Basically, how you get rosters in this game, they're all fan made. Um, that's what pretty much keeps this game alive. So it's always really, really cool to see what people come up with. But this is our roster. We have 5 goalies. Okay, that's a lot of goalies. I'm down. All right, so Jack Campbell is our starting goaltender. You can see here that he's not bad. He's an above average starting goalie. He might be a 1A to be honest with you, not necessarily the straight up starting goaltender. So that's going to be interesting. We have Michael Hutchinson as well. He's probably gonna honestly he's gonna be in the AHL, maybe even lower if there's any prospects we're developing. We don't want Hutchinson taking starts away from them, so that's fine there. Carter Hutton, I don't remember the Leafs getting, but apparently he's here, and his photo is not gonna lie, he's giving a little bit of a serial killer vibes, but okay. Peter Mrazek as well, not a fantastic goalie, and we are locked into a pretty substantial contract with him. I actually love Peter Mrazek when he played for the 67s and all that. He just was a really good goalie, but unfortunately his career hasn't really worked out as we've all have liked. But it is what it is. It happens. But his contract is, ugh. And Joseph Wall. I have heard some things about him. He seems to be the guy that they want in Toronto to be the starter one day. So we'll see what he can do if we can squeeze any more development out of him. It's going to be very important to develop a pretty good starting goalie. Obviously, we're in a win now mode, so we won't be doing that. But in the background and in the draft, I might look to draft a goalie just to solidify us down the road. For defense, let's see. Carl Dahlstrom, okay, looks like a seventh kind of D-man kind of guy. We do have the trade for Mark Giordano, so we'll have him for an entire season, which is nice. Jake Muzzin as well. We're locked into him until he's at least 35. Hopefully he doesn't regress anymore, or that will not look too great. Morgan Rielly, he does have his contract extension in here. This is a really good one for Morgan Rielly, so I'm definitely a fan of that. It's going to take him until how many years is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So, God, we'll have him until he's at least 36. So hopefully Morgan Rielly stays, stays as good as this. That'd be nice. He is 27, so in this game and most games after 26, players start to slow down and they don't really develop anymore. There is slight chances, but you see your big development between, the younger years, which I'm pretty sure EA's games also do that. It's always 26, seems to be that age. Rasmus Sandin as well. He might make the team off the bat just because he's good enough to play at least third line. It just really depends if I'd rather have him do that or get bigger minutes in the AHL. I might do that to be honest with you. We have TJ Brody, who I feel like surprised a lot of people this season, or even last season, of how well he started to do. I'm pretty sure his last season in Calgary, even though he was a +7, like he did well in Calgary, but I know there was a little bit of about him. So we'll see how he does. We're locked into 3 years of him. We're pretty much locked into our core for 3 years. Justin Hall is fine. Third pairing defenseman, can never go wrong with that. Timothy Liljegren is someone I really want to develop because him in the NHL, I feel like he's really stagnated. So honestly, he might be someone I might thrust into the NHL, and it's kind of a sink or swim thing. Because if he's still this young and I don't have any confidence in him developing, then we definitely want to make sure we're getting value for him somewhere else. So that's always good. Ilya Labushkin. Um, Really, the Leafs traded for him? I actually don't remember this. Is there like an achievement thing in here? No. Okay, so we got him too. He's not that bad. Watching, I am an Avs fan, so watching the Avs play the Coyotes, I always notice this dude. He's a big boy. He goes for those hits. Michael Bunting, the oldest rookie, I think technically, because he hasn't played enough games. He looks pretty solid in this game. We can definitely get a few years out of him, and his contract 950,000 for 2 years. Definitely take that. Let's see what else we have. Kyle Clifford, eh, we have him for 2 more seasons or 3 seasons technically. Don't see him making the NHL roster if I'm being honest with you. Definitely a depth move, but we have him, so I guess we're gonna use him. Pierre Engvall, not looking too great. This is definitely going to be a sink or swim season for him. We'll probably play him in the NHL just because putting him in the AHL isn't really going to do much, especially because we're paying him 1.2. Want to see what he can do in the NHL. Ilya Mekhiov is injured for 4 months with a broken finger, so we won't really get to see what he can do. That's slightly disappointing. Okay. David Kempf. Hmm. I guess, yeah, I mean, we have him. We got to use him. He doesn't look too bad. He's at 26, so this year is going to be pretty much his last development year, so that's fine. Austin Matthews is injured for 2 months, but he is fantastic. Obviously, by the time his contract ends, he'll be 26. It'll be very, very scary to see whether or not he will want to resign or not. Obviously, he's still a restricted free agent, so we get to choose. But depending on how the team is at the time, how much he's asking, he's almost making 12 million. So that's gonna be an interesting one. Let's see, this guy, yeah, just there we go. Jason Spezza will have for at least 1 season, and then he'll probably retire at the end of it. But good fourth line dude. We'll see. We'll see how that works. John Tavares, our captain, signed for another 1, 2, 3, 4 more years at 30 years old. He is really good, so obviously he hasn't regressed or anything like that, but I am very afraid to see just because I know in the real NHL he has missed a lot of games, so I am very afraid to see how he develops. He's also not this fast. This is a lie. I have watched John Tavares since he played for the Oshawa Generals. He was never this fast. That is this not a thing. Let's see. We have Colin Blackwell who's injured right now, but probably won't see any play into our roster anyways. Uh, Andre Cash, yeah, he'll definitely see a little bit. He's got like 1 year left and an interesting haircut, so I like what he's doing. Mitch Marner, it uses older my face pack uses some interesting pictures for players. So this is Mitch Marner's. Uh, um, he was younger. He's much younger here. He's obviously doesn't look like he looks now, but um, he's 24, so he can still develop. His contract is pretty much the same as no, he's got 1 extra year compared to Matthews. So I guess we'll see what Mitch can do for us. But this is a make or break kind of season for Mitch Marner because you know there's a lot of caps. There's a lot of salary getting eaten up on this team, and if we're gonna win the Stanley Cup, we might have to change things up. William Nylander is on a really good contract for his talent, so I'm excited to see what he can do for us. Let's see, who do we have here? And then we have Wayne Simmonds, who yeah doesn't look too great, unfortunately. Um, I love Wayne Simmonds though. This dude especially like when you played in LA and stuff, and then he was a part of that big Mike Richards trade. Went to Philly, like he was a banger for a few seasons. Like he just hit everything. It was incredible. So that was pretty much the main roster. We can look at our report here. So this report is basically built up from our assistant GM. So if I choose to fire my assistant GM, get a new one, they will report something different at times just because, they have different opinions and all that stuff. So, our current assistant GM, which if we go to our personnel, we can actually see that here. Our assistant GM at the moment is Brandon Prideham. He's got really good potential on ability judging, so that's always good, and everything else is pretty sweet. So I like that stuff. His determination's nice. This is good stuff. So that's solid. Actually, yeah, I should do this first. Sheldon Keefe is our coach. We are going to give Sheldon Keefe some time. Um, not gonna say that he's gonna get all 3 seasons, but he's gonna get at least one. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. Steve Briere is one of our assistant coaches. He is our goalie coach, so that's always good. He is a really good coach. Can't complain with that. Spencer Carberry, okay, that's fine. Dean Chonoweth is another assistant coach we have. Paul McLean is another assistant coach. Paul McLean was the head coach of the Ottawa Senators at one point. He won the Jack Adams. I thought he was a fantastic coach for those 60s, for those Senators. I, was able to watch them a lot. Uh, I, you know, I think he was a really good coach. It was unfortunate how it ended there, but it's good to see that he's still in the league. And then Manny Malhotra, another guy, eye injuries kind of did him in and stuff like that, but it's great to see him still in the league. He was a fantastic face-off guy, so really, really nice to see him. We have a bunch of scouts as well. So Mike Penne is our lead, basically our head scout. His judging player ability is good. His potential being only 16 isn't great. And I like to see these higher, unfortunately. So let's see here. Scott Bell, Tommy Bergman, who is 73. Okay. Troy Bodie. Okay. Patrick Carbonneau. Lawrence Gilman. Lawrence Gilman's not bad. He's got like way better stuff here. Okay. So let's just check. We have a lot of scouts too. Jesus, holy moly. Which I mean isn't the worst thing in the world. Obviously, you want everything to be scouted. Tim Speltz is probably going to be our lead scout though, just because he has the highest so far. Jim Vesey is whatever. Ari, okay. Let's see, and Tom Watt, who's 85 and still scouting. Okay. So Tim Speltz, you are now our head scout, sir. Beautiful. Okay, so like I said, the report basically it judges off our assistant coach. They would basically, tell us who they feel is good, who's bad. This is basically just our depth chart. One of our big guys, Pontus Holmberg, he is decently on here. I do want to bring him over. He is 22. So he's on a loan currently. Let's see, when does the loan end? On loan from Toronto until Sunday, May 15th. Okay. All right, my apologies there. Pontus Holmberg is going to be loaned off for another season, so we'll see. We'll definitely track how he's doing over in. I'm trying to remember what league this is. Let's see. Oh, it's the SHL. So yeah, so he'll be very very interesting to keep track of. So that is fine. Let's see. Nicholas Robertson is 100% playing in the AHL this year. Pavel Gogolov. Okay. He looks pretty decent. Okay. Let's see. Let's follow. So he's played in the AHL. When did we draft him? We didn't draft him. Looks like he was just signed. Okay, so Gogolov might be a nice little hitter for us down the road. We'll definitely get him into some games at some point, but we'll track him as well. And then it seems to be a lot of nothing. Joey Anderson's kind of whatever. Let's see here. Alex Steves. Okay, we got Bretzini. That is fine. Who is this guy? He is the lowest on our depth chart, so I guess we'll keep track of him. Uh, let's see. Defense-wise, pretty much everyone is where they need to be. There's some guys we're going to cut loose eventually, but for now, it's only our first season. And this video, we aren't starting the game yet. We are just doing, you know, the starting stuff. Um, they think that Eric Kalgren is our second best goalie, and to be honest, I kind of agree with that. He looks very good off the bat. Okay. Carter Hutton is whatever. Michael Hutchinson's whatever. Joseph Wall, he's not too bad. Ian Scott is 6'4". He is a big lad. Um, I definitely want him to get games. It's just gonna suck because they're gonna have to share the crease basically, Wall and him. And then we have these two guys and Vladislav Peksa as well. Okay. Hmm. So we already have, kind of a controversy on who's going to be our backup goalie. Eric Kalgren looks like our best goalie, but we're paying Peter Mrazek a lot of money. So it's kind of unfortunate. And Carter Hutton and Michael Hutchinson are also here. So it's basically, and I guess technically Joseph Wall, they're all here. We can loan out some of these guys to other AHL teams as well, maybe some teams that don't have goalies necessarily. So we might end up doing that. Our categories, let's see here. Biggest stars, Matthews. Best leaders, Giordano. Best skaters, Rielly. Best shooter, yeah. Best at faceoff, Spezza. With at 16, we might need better faceoff guys to be honest with you. Best checker is Austin Matthews. Best enforcer, Kyle Clifford. Most physical, Kyle Clifford. Okay. And our top prospects, Rasmussen, Dean, of course. Michael Bunting, Nicholas Robinson, Timothy Logren. Okay, so we got some good guys. We got a little not too shabby. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to ask our head coach what the line should be. This is what I was talking about. The head coach is going to determine our lines. I'm not touching any of this stuff. It makes the game more difficult, and it leaves us only to do the management side, and that's the most important part. So obviously Austin Matthews is injured right now. Can we take him off? We can. Okay. Oh no, we can't. Okay. That's fine. I mean, he's really the only one that would be changed here, but these are the lines they want to go with. Hmm. These are definitely some lines. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to be running four D pairs, but okay, this isn't too shabby. This isn't too shabby. We are obviously going to send our scouts out as well. For practicing, all we are going to be able to do is change from fitness to general to all that stuff. We won't be able to adjust anything else. Um, yeah, we're just not going to be able to touch any of this stuff. It's not it's not anything we're going to be doing. So the only thing I'll allow us to do is if I feel like Kyle Clifford needs to work on his conditioning, me as the general manager, I will let Sheldon Keefe know and he'll put them on the conditioning schedule. So that's pretty much as much I'll be able to adjust with that stuff. Everything else though I'm in control of and I'm really really excited to get started. So let's just do it. So this 25-minute video, I apologize, but we do have to set stuff up. You know what? We should do our finances. Finances will actually be really important here. So The average club salary right now is 72 million. We have a prorated club room of 8, almost pretty much 9 million. I just don't know if it's counting Matthews at the moment. I don't think it might be. So we might even start off with a little bit of trickiness, but we'll see. We will see how it goes. The next video we will get going. I'm going to do some stuff off screen just so don't have to do it all, but I'm really excited to get this journey started and do some other stuff that's not always Yu-Gi-Oh all the time. Even though I love Yu-Gi-Oh, more Yu-Gi-Oh's on the way, so don't worry about that, but I just I just love doing all this stuff. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Peace.